Welcome back to Open Exchange West Africa. Now, the start of trade under the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement is drawing closer. We'll find out how technology can help to boost trade delivery across the continent. And I have with me Alioune Ciss, who is the CEO of Webb Fontaine. Thank you so much for your time, Alioune. And interesting times we're looking at in Africa, but still quite a lot of work to be done when you talk about building the systems that are going to enhance trade facilitation on the continent.
Yeah, thank you very much. So my name is Alioune Ciss. I'm a Senegalese citizen. I'm the CEO of Webb Fontaine. I believe that we are working in Webb Fontaine to deliver e-government services for trade and like that. So we are working with a lot of governments, and I believe that trade and technology brings a lot to facilitate trade, facilitate the work of the private companies, and as well facilitate the trade, facilitate the revenue collection for the governments, which is quite important. This is basically crucial in the middle of
but looking at enhancing cross-border trade on the continent is no easy task. But I'd like to speak to how you're incorporating artificial intelligence in driving the delivery and outcomes that we're looking for on the continent.
Okay, artificial intelligence is really it's not only a buzzword when you're talking about IT and trade. It's really something that changes the way trade is being done, basically. Yeah? We have very good examples in Nigeria and Benin, where in fact we introduced smart systems that allow the machine to detect automatically, basically, potential frauds. This makes life easier for the trader and makes it easier as well for the customs officer. So we try to, it allows us to accelerate basically the process and having much more controls on how business is being done.
All right, Alioune, there's still quite a lot of work to do when you talk about look around, capacity on the continent, scalability on the continent, even the skills to drive the technology that's going to bolster trade on the continent. How are we doing on this front?
Well, a lot of people think that there's talent issues in Africa, but the continent is full of talent. This is something that we know in Webb Fontaine. Huh? We have seen it. I've seen it personally from my eyes. Basically, in our business, for Webb Fontaine, more than 90% of our staff working in our project are Africans. On 7 entities we have in Africa, 6 of them are managed by Africans. So really, I think that we are enforcing, in fact, the role of Africans in our company. And what we're planning to do in the future, very soon, this year, basically, is we are going to heavily invest in Africa, setting up our first R&D center in Africa, specialized in artificial intelligence. This will be a center developing high-tech solutions for trade, not only for Africa, but for the world. So this is something I think that we have the talents, so we are going to continue working with the African talents and be able to facilitate trade in the continent.
All right, Alioune, quite an interesting investment there, talking about artificial investment and research and development centers. I understand you have quite a couple, as well in the past, but I'm trying to understand the impact you think this is going to have on the trade footprint on the continent.
Well, the trade footprint, we already see it today. Where we are implementing our solutions, trade is being facilitated. I think people come and invest in Africa when the trade flow is smooth. So we're looking at all the trade spectrum, basically, from the ports to the exit from the ports, the customs system, so that all the processes in trade gets easier. Same thing we're working a lot on cross-border trade. We're trying to see how trade can be done between African countries within the continent, reducing basically the burden that today people have to clear goods at customs. So this, I think that it will bring a lot in the economy, and it we'll see the fruits very soon.
All right, and thank you so much for your time on the show today. Alioune Ciss is the CEO of Webb Fontaine. And that's a wrap on Open Exchange West Africa for today. And thank you so much for being a part of the show.